Demons, aliens, angels. What are they? What are they truly? Are they all different? Some of you with a religious programming, or some of you that watch too much internet nonsense, stories, things. Not all nonsense, of course. Some of it is to mislead you. I wrote a book, it's called Angels, Demons and Aliens, because I, Danny Henderson, have met all three physical species, not in dream time, not in meditation, but physically, unfortunately or fortunately. And over the years, I've come to discern that these three different species have different frequencies. You can feel them, those of us who are able to feel. When an angelic frequency comes in, it's generally higher. When a person who's crossed over, who wants to say hello or connect or be felt to be seen or to give a message, they come in on a different level. The lower astrals, the lower astral levels, those beings of all manner of depth, of dark or evil, whatever you want to call it, they come in on a very different auditory and physical feeling sense. And there are many different ways to discern what is truly demonic, what is an entity, what is an imp, what is an elfish nonsense, what is a fairy mischievous nonsense. And at this stage, if I've mentioned fairies and elves and I've lost you, that's okay. You don't need to be here. For those who are truly interested in truth, I'm giving you my true lived experience. And what we come to understand in March 2026, it's so important to speak about your lived experiences. And don't let other people put you off sharing your truth. Don't let other people implement their thoughts in you. Now, when I mention aliens, there are a lot of very dark, manipulative, trickster aliens. At this stage of my journey, I am now putting the Anunnaki, the ones that I was heart feeling into, being told certain things about Ea, Enki, Marduk, Enlil, Anu, Ninmar, and some others. But they're the main kind of category of names and beings that we're told about. I absolutely rebuke them. I rebuke them, I rebuke their behaviors, because I've come to understand on my individual journey that I do not trust the information. Now, we're led as children to adults to trust and hear and train and repeat everything that we're told. It happens to all of us. We all do it. We're trained in school. It's part of being a human. It's part of existing on this planet, because we don't want to be put to the side or put in the corner or ignored or rebuked ourselves or judged or laughed at. Well, I've had all of those things done to me on an ongoing basis, and I'm sure you have too. It's not nice, but you can't care what people think about you, because there's a saying, when you care what someone thinks, they own a part of your soul. When you care what someone thinks of you, they own a piece of your soul. Therefore, you have to learn to become neutral. You have to neutralize yourself, because why are you caring? Are you scared? Are you scared that Anunnaki is going to come for you? Are you? Is the great Anu and Ea and Enlil, are they going to... it gets just ridiculous, because we have to remember, on this earth, us beings here, us beautiful humans, we're so magical, we're so brilliant, we're so wonderful, we're so gifted, we're so clever, we're so loving, we're so funny, we're so passionate, we can get mad, and we have all these emotions in us that so many of the people that live off this planet, they don't have. They don't have humour, they don't have the banter, they don't have the quick back and forth that we do. Many of them are like, oh, how's that funny? Oh, music? What's music? Anyway, there's so many ways that you can look into other people's work or discussions other than mine right now, but I'm here to enforce the information that I have lived in my real lived experiences. And I don't have a handler, I don't have a manager, I don't have a bossy husband, I don't have anyone telling me what I can and cannot say, because I am a free soul, I am a free spirit in my own beingness. Now you might go, oh yes, but you're owned by the governments. Well, the governments are trying to own everyone globally, and that's why you have to be absolutely, as they say, sovereign in your being, strong in yourself, loving to you. That is the biggest key to everything. The love for yourself. Stop being a victim, a martyr, and a narcissist. Those elements exist in all of us. They have done over our own lifetimes. You can always look back down the road and go, ooh, I was a bit of a narcissist there. I was a bit of a narky-narc. Ooh, I was such a victim there. Oh no, I was such a martyr there. I can own it. Can you? And it's okay. It's part of this journey. But what I will not do is any longer further endorse or have a remote, minuscule moment of faith in the Anunnaki, in the Babylonian gods, in the Sumerian gods, in any of their gods, their Greek gods, their Roman gods, any of those. I don't care. Because what matters is us here in the physical body on this planet. We matter. So if you're being interrupted by thoughts, by negative thoughts, who's doing that? What is that? Are they your thoughts? Are they programmed thoughts? Are you being bombarded? Now, I'm not talking about those who are suffering with secret space programs. I'm so sorry for you that have suffered, and I believe you. I believe you. I know there are many that still haven't caught up to the truth of what's happening on this planet. They will, and don't worry about them. Don't worry about trying to convince people that they took medicine, it wasn't good for them, and don't mock them. Don't be unkind. Don't be cruel. Don't say to people that felt they had no other choice but to take a medicine that now may be harming them. Don't mock their fear. Do you know how frightened so many people are right now? But do you also know how many placebo jabs there were? So let's not focus on woulda, coulda, shoulda. Let's focus on the now and being loving with ourselves here right now. There's many protocols that people can take to help them remove some of the medications that went into their vessel. There are people, I spoke to one last week. She's like, oh no, I took it because I wanted to travel. Didn't have a second of judgment on her because she did not know the absolute truth, the truth that's been coming out, the truth that now Bill Gates was in court. He wasn't there physically, I was. I was in court physically in Amsterdam, March 9th, 2026, this year. In Amsterdam, in the High Court, hearing a civil case against Bill Gates, the monstrous genocide of Bill Gates. What the hell is that man doing, interfering in the World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum, all of that? Who are these people? These are the self-anointed monsters. These are the half-wits. These are the half-breeds. These are the most low-level human beings you could ever possibly imagine. They don't have love and compassion and joy for humanity. They're only thinking about themselves. There's proof everywhere. Let's not waste time on them. Let's focus on what really matters, and that's you. But please do know that if you do wish to bring a civil case against anything that you partook in, willingly or unwillingly, that harmed or maimed or damaged in any way, you now can bring a civil case. And the week that it was happening, Bill and Hillary in court, you had, unfortunately, the Iranian attacks going on. You had Israel. You had this. You had all these distractions that would terrify you. And all the time that was happening, there was a court case in the High Court in Amsterdam. And I was there in the front row, live reporting, sitting with Fiona Rose Diamond, who was listening to Jamelia upstairs in the other courtroom because there was no room downstairs in the main court. And Jamelia was translating what the great lawyer Peter Stassen was saying and delivering to the 9 judges that were there for Bill Gates and Albert Bourla, who was the former CEO of Pfizer and the former president of Holland, Amsterdam, Holland, the Netherlands, Mark Stutter, or Stutt. So those 3 men were being read out by Peter Stassen. Now, there should have been another lawyer sitting next to Peter Stassen, but Bill Gates made sure that that lawyer, Arnold van Kassel, was put in prison. Okay, like my friend Dr. Rainer Fulmick, who's still in prison in Germany, in Bremervorde, and I went to visit him. He asked me to come and see him. He's been a friend of mine for years. He was another one that spoke out against the demonics and the plan, the Agenda 30. Now, I'm saying a lot here. There's a lot to be said in a short amount of time. You have a duty of care to yourself, number 1, then to your families, your parents, your children, your siblings. Stop trying to convince people. It doesn't work. That is part of the plan, that the family is all discombobulated, okay? Don't waste your time crying, begging, bringing evidence. If they haven't listened by now, they're not going to listen by you trying to tell them. They'll get where they need to be listening to other things or seeing other things. A lot of people are just so programmed to the bloody television, to the governments, to the news stations. I mean, wouldn't you have thought this was the biggest story on March 9th, that Bill Gates was taken to court, but he didn't go physically. He should have done, but he's too important. He sent 9 lawyers. 9, all sitting there in their long black cloaks. I stood up and I told them all off at the end. I said, sit down, sit back down. And of course they're thinking, who is this ridiculous woman daring to speak English in this Dutch court? How dare you? Who are you? You silly girl, you silly old woman, you whatever they were thinking. And again, I don't care. They don't own me. I own me. And I was so cross. I was just so cross that they smugly got up and the court was adjourned and until April the 9th. And you're welcome to go. Anyone can go. Anyone can go. The High Court for a civil case in Amsterdam. There were people there. There was a lady called Sasha Patilova. I always get her name wrong. Sasha Latipova. I'm sorry, I'm very dyslexic. Words jump around. Names get discombobulated. But this lady was part of the initial clinical trials for Pfizer. She was there giving her evidence. Mike Geedon was mentioned. Dr. Joseph, I'm sorry, Dr. Joseph, your last name escapes me. There were other people that were bringing their evidence in that court, and it was read out by the great lawyer Peter Stassen. I interviewed with him. It's all over my Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. It should have been the biggest subject, the biggest story on news media, but it wasn't. Instead, they were distracting with all the other horrible things. Oh, let's get the Clintons in court. Let's play with them for a bit. You'll notice there are what we call sacrificial lambs, or what they call the satanic occult, that run the planet. And yes, they do. Yes, they do. The Luciferians, their god is Satan. I can't tell you how many times we go over and over and over this. And if you don't believe it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't have the ability to understand what's happening. And I'm not being insulting at all. It's okay. You know, we get there when we get there. The energy and the information lands in us as and when the other programs inside of us, and we all have them, are removed, are taken down, are dented, until we can become neutral to information coming in and discern what's already been programmed in. It's hard for people, so don't waste time trying to convince them. There are demonics everywhere. There are demons that live inside these bodies of these people that run your planet. They share their bodies. They've made soul contracts. A lot of them are long bloodline families. There is the 13 blood families. I think there are more. There is the Committee of 300. These are the people that sit under them and basically try to make sure their extermination plans are carried out. But have you noticed how many times Agenda 25, Agenda 30, Agenda this, Agenda that keeps getting pushed back, doesn't it? But now they're being even more aggressive with the geoengineering, the warfare, the geoengineering, spraying strontium, barium, aluminium, aluminum as some of you call it, tiny minuscule metal particles spraying the skies. It is absolutely abhorrent. Why are these not being stopped? Now look at the British government. I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed. The British government, the French government, they made a deal, they made a plan, and it's true because it's happening every day. And they allowed from France organising boats, rubber dinghies, rubber boats on beaches in France to put a load of Islamic soldiers. They're Islamic soldiers. They're not immigrants. They're Islamic soldiers. Okay? Did you hear that in the back there? The French are allowing the Islamic soldiers to come from France across the water, because it's not very far, across the English Channel into England, into Britain. The Muppet at the moment, the president here, the Prime Minister, the top dog, the top boy, his name is Keir Starmer. Doesn't even sound British, does it? Keir Starmer. Oh, you're being racist? No, and I don't care. That Muppet has allowed hundreds of thousands of Islamic soldiers to come onto the shores. They've done it all over the world. They did it in America while I was living there. Yeah, and then Trump comes along and kicks a load of them out. I know that's a really sore subject. How can you remove invaders without there being casualties? Okay, I do not support any harm that comes to anyone, especially women and children and innocent men, none. But it's very difficult with our emotional beingness to try to understand the bigger picture of what's actually happening. In Britain, these invaders are in our hotels. They are quiet. They are, oh my gosh, the other day in Trafalgar Square is a central square, like a speaker's corner. It's an ancient square in the middle of London. And we do concerts there, we do gatherings there, we speak out there, we do protests there. And last week they had hundreds and hundreds of Islamic people. Now, sure, many of them are beautiful. They're following the best part of their own religion. And there are beautiful parts in every religion. However, in a Christian country, I'm not a Christian, but that's been the main religion here for many, many years. They had all of these Islamic people bowing down with the call to Allah in the middle. And what that wasn't about being diversified, that wasn't about welcoming, that was about this to the British people. That was your government, your British government, which covers England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, the whole of the British Isles. And that was the handlers, who are not the government. It's the World Economic Forum. Your Klaus Schwabs, your Yuval Harari, the little rat man there, your Fauci's, your Bill Gates, your Soros, the evil, evil, evil windbags, the old, ancient, decrepit, mostly men, who have come together as a gang and put themselves up here and are owning and trying to bring their wrath. And I wish for you to look up Agenda 30 on the World Economic Forum. Just be bothered to read about the plans for you, please. You can't leave all the heavy lifting to everyone or gobby birds like me online that go to Amsterdam, that speak out, that have disclosure conferences. It can't just be, and sometimes we get things wrong, but there's a main game here. And that game is to own humanity by these arseholes at the top. Okay? It doesn't matter if you've been programmed and trained to be respectful. No. That's how we've been imprisoned before. That's how we've been enslaved before. Every single country on this beautiful planet of ours is being invaded, hurt, and harmed. Now, can you imagine in Britain the state of the roads, the potholes? What the governments are doing is they are deliberately disintegrating society. They are disintegrating. They are making sure you're so stressed. You're worried about paying rent, paying mortgage, paying bills, paying council tax. What's in your water? What's in your air? What's in your food? Why are they killing all the farmers? Why are they geoengineering the weather to destroy the crops, to make sure nothing can be planted? Because they want your full and utter hopelessness to be such that you will only do what the government tell you. Come on, it's true. It's happening. We are a beautiful species. We are governed by demonics, by demon, dark-hearted people that do not care about you. But what you need to do, if you choose, is get right here. Don't go into fight mode. Go into healing mode. The greatest thing that you can do is not be scared. The greatest thing that you can do is learn to love the face that looks back at you in the mirror without being a narcissist, a victim, a martyr. The greatest thing that you can do is take care of your health, is love you, forgive you, love that little boy inside of you, love that little girl inside of you, love the being that looks back at you. Gather your strength, galvanize every experience you've had, honor yourself for who you be. If you've messed up, you've screwed up, you've fuffed up, everybody has. But at this time, we don't have time for the victims, the martyrs, or the narcissists. We need the lovers. We need the warriors. We need the lovers of humanity. Excuse me. To fight for their rights. And that doesn't mean to be aggressive. It means to stand up. The greatest fear that asshats at the top have is for you to recognize how powerful you are. all of the ancientness, all of the former gods, the Anunnaki, the blah, the blah, the blah, the blah, the Greek gods, the Roman gods, the this, the that, the gods of earth, the gods of different religions, they're not helping right now. None of that's helpful. We are boots on the ground on this beautiful earth, this beautiful, beautiful planet. She's ours. We are hers. We unify together. We love together. We build strength together. And we come together. And we respect each other. And we bring our differences. And we neutralize. We try not to force other people to follow our religion, follow our God. That's what has been the biggest separation. Apart from mosquitoes, the biggest thing that kills is war. And normally those wars are about religion. Or one country trying to shut down a stargate. Did you know there are many stargates across this great world? Many stargates. Now that might be a level you're not at yet. That's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Those of us that know about stargates, know about weather engineering, know about these satellites, know about the off-worlders, it's okay. There's different levels and different times that we all understand or get different information. Leave yourself alone. Leave yourself alone. But if you do want more information on what's happening on your world, then look at lots of different videos on my channel. I'm not going to spoon feed you. I'm inviting you to subscribe and watch the many, many, many people I bring on my channel. I just interviewed the great Laura Van Tyne, talking about demonics, talking about spiritual attack, spiritual war. We're in a spiritual global war. And if you want to learn some tips and techniques to help your children, to help your household, that's where you go. That's where you look at. This week I'm bringing on all my speakers at my next event, Galactic Spiritual Informers. It's happening September 10th, 11th and 12th, 2026 in Eastbourne, at the Congress Theatre in Eastbourne, in England. I got David Icke, I got Billy Carson, I got Kathy O'Brien, who survived the Pentagon and the White House. I got Max Lowen, who survived atrocities under the Vatican. I got Tony Rodriguez, who was put into a military program, taken to the moon. Yes, and you know what? We're going to tell you everything, because the American governments, all of the governments on the planet, all of the militaries, they have technology that they have lied to you about. They lied to you. They still lie to you. These amazing technologies have ability to fly to the moon in 10 minutes. And some of you, when you hear that, you go, ha 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 ha, rubbish, nonsense. Is it though? Are you sure? And you go, yes, because NASA never said. No one listens to NASA, my love. Are you serious? You got to look at the authorities on the planet. They tell you what they want to tell you. There are people, and I bring them on this channel. Go look for free. Go look. Tony Rodriguez, JP, Alex Collier, Kathy O'Brien, Billy Carson, Max Lowen, Guy Anderson. He's speaking at my conference too. Guy Anderson is the leader right now on everything Tartaria. What we're looking at on this planet is another impending reset, resetting humanity. Why do you think we have all these glorious buildings that we don't have a hope of creating today in 2026? Oh, but we have the tools. Where are they then, Bob? Where are they, John? Where are they, Helena? Where are they? Where are the tools that can build these beautiful, monolithic, highly structured, lasered, perfect buildings? They were built by others a long time ago, and those others were taken out, and there was a reset. They called it the mud floods. Oh no, the mud floods. The mud flooded everywhere and ruined everything, and all the people are walking around with carriages, with horses. Wow, what a marketing tool that was. What a campaign of marketing that was. A lot like religions. Great marketing, great marketing. Don't be insulted. Choose not to be offended, because what if what I'm saying is true? You're only going to know by researching, by watching. And it's not just about trusting your God. It's not just about that, because it's not keeping you safe, is it? It's not helping your families, is it? You're still suffering, aren't you? You're suffering because the world is at war. with a very small minority of dark, demonic, nasty people, nasty forces, mega billionaires that could organize and sort out the smallest of issues in every town. Every child fed, every family fed, every car with gas, every home warm, every babe clothed. No problem with breast milk because the body is healthy. No problem with formula. Who's been interfering with baby milk and baby formula? Bill Gates and his mates. You didn't know that? You didn't know that? Who wants to change the food structure? Who actually is trying to force you, and some of you are already eating them, crickets and bugs? It's not a made-up story to make the World Economic Forum look more evil than it is. You couldn't possibly make the World Economic Forum look more evil than it actually is. Why are they messing around at CERN? Why are they trying to open stargates and portals and let other dark beings in? That's going into more of the spiritual war. If you can't handle that level of information, that's okay. Just stay in the 3D. Stay in the 3D, but do the best you can for you. Pull in. Be your own guide. Connect to other people. Connect to groups. Open your voice. Open your heart. Talk. Because your voice matters. It always has. It always will. I share these words because I know them to be true on many levels. I'm lucky I don't care what you think of me. I don't say that to be arrogant. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. It's not a competition. I love humanity. I'm so upset with myself. I wasted years listening to so much information that has turned out to be completely false. The Anunnaki are not here to help us. The Anunnaki are not our friends. The other gods, the Romans, the Greeks, the da. Look at them. Look at the history of them. They do not matter. You matter. And what you think about, what you focus on, your inner healing, your presentation of mind, your inner work, your inner shadow work. I was wrong, and I can own it. And so can you. Doesn't mean you flagellate. You just go, wow, I was wrong about that. I will forgive myself and I will move on and I will connect to the next thing. There are so many books you can read. You could read Guy Anderson's book. It's great. It's called Tesla and the Cabbage Patch Kids. That's just one book. Another great book you could read is The Transformation of America by Kathy O'Brien, which is coming on my channel tomorrow. My great friend Kathy O'Brien, who survived the evil at the hands of the Clintons, the dirty bastard Bushes, the raping pedophiles, the pedivores, the cannibals. These awful, hideous, monstrous, soulless people have done the worst things. And don't think I'm gossiping. This isn't gossip. This is fact. This is reality. Read the books. Listen to the people. Or don't. Or don't. That's enough for now. Just wanted to drop in and give you more information, because really this is the time to pay attention to you, the movement of your heart, the movement of your soul. Don't get caught in gossip. Don't get caught in gangs. That is just a distraction to your inner growth, your inner love. Everyone's healing something. No one's not healing one thing. But you have to be right with you, with your soul, with your heart. Or not, it's up to you. Do what you want. Do what you want. But I will continue to do my work, which is to send the love, to bring the truth that I believe it to be. And if I'm wrong and I'm wrong, I'll own it. But what if I'm right about every single thing? What if I'm right? I take no pleasure in the upset and the shock and the horror and the terror that people are having, will have, and have had in finding out how this world, your earth, your planet is run. But don't forget, humanity, we are the originals. We are the originals. We are the ones. We are the ones that others try to enhance, genetically upgrade. We were already pure. We were already beautiful. We were already completely in touch and connected to Creator, to God, whatever you want to call it, to the living source, the living energy that created us. And I am not religious, nor will I ever be. I did that. No thanks. Too much sinning and fear and death and you'll go to hell. And no fear programs. We are beautiful, vibrant human beings. We are love. So be, as my friend Kathy O'Brien always says, be the love that you came to be. I'll see you this week with my beautiful speakers, David Icke, Billy Carson, Kathy O'Brien, Guy Anderson, Tony Rodriguez, JP, Nikki Allen. Oh my gosh, Praveen Mohan. Oh my gosh, so many great people. I'll put the details under this broadcast for you. And I send you love, deeply love from my heart to yours. To stay strong, stay in the body, get centered, get grounded, protect yourself first, learn how to ground the body, protect your field. There's so many tools on my planet, on my channel, on my little planet. So I'm Danny Henderson. I send you love from my heart to yours, and I will see you soon. Stay strong. Love the face that meets you in the mirror. Be kind, because you've survived a lot. I'll see you soon.